and welcome to the Good Girl Confessional podcast. I'm your host, Sandy Lowres, and the Good Girl Confessional podcast is proudly brought to us by the award-winning platform WB40, Women Beyond 40, a platform for women 40, 50, 60 and beyond who are living vibrant lives and want to see other women doing it as well. You can check us out on WB40.com. Today in the podcast, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands on which this podcast is recorded, and that's the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations. And I would like to pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and those emerging, and pay homage to their ancient history as storytellers. Today in the podcast, I am talking to a woman, multifaceted, brilliant, amazing. I am talking to Dr. Vanessa Atienza Hipolito, and I hope I am saying that correct, Vanessa. She's incredible. Vanessa is actually a doctor, and she is a specialist in the field of breast imaging and Vanessa is a doctor, and she is a specialist in the field of breast imaging and intervention, and this is what we will talk a lot about this today. Vanessa is really passionate about the intervention side of this and the diagnosis of breast cancer, which of course still impacts so many women in this country and globally. Vanessa is quite extraordinary, but we talk about her journey from the Philippines to Australia, what that meant for her as a medical practitioner, and what it meant for her to go on and study to be a specialist and how long that took. But we also talk about her journey of self-discovery and her amazing ability to share her story in not one but 3 different books, and we will talk about those books. She's an extraordinary person. She's been recognised with so many awards, and deservedly so. Please welcome to the Good Girl Confessional, the gorgeous Dr. Vanessa.
Hey there! When Sandy's not interviewing kick-ass women, she's hanging out with me at Alex the Seal, a podcast about music and nostalgia. I'm Jo Pybus, and each episode, Sandy and I talk about all the songs that got us hooked up, knocked up, and broken up. Do yourself a favour and search Alex the Seal on your podcast app. Love you, Molly.
Hello and welcome to the Confessional. Dr. Vanessa, how are you?
How are you, Sandy? I'm great. How are you?
I am all the better for seeing your beautiful face today. Welcome to the Good Girl Confessional. I'm so excited to have you here. You are one of those women that just is so inspiring. I can't believe all the things that you have achieved at such a young age. You are quite extraordinary, Vanessa.
Oh, no. I'm blushing now. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
One of the things that I love about you is your passion for the work that you do. And we should say that as a doctor, you specialise in breast imaging, and you educate women around breast density and about breast self-examination, etc. First of all, I guess I'm really interested in what made you decide to become a doctor, and then what made you perhaps specialise into that field?
Thank you for that question. Are you ready for a whole day of answer? It's going to be long or short?
Why, yes, I am.
Okay, so when I was growing up, my mom told me that I'm going to be a doctor. And so I was wired, if you like, to be a doctor. And so I said, I'm going to be a doctor. And I studied. Not easy to study because I'm not like, I did compare myself to my classmates that I'm not smart enough like them. But I have the belief that I'm going to be a doctor no matter what. And so every time I've got exams, assessments, etc., board exams or anything, I pray and I make a pact and say, I'm going to do anything as long as I pass. I will be of service and be a good doctor, great doctor, no matter what, as long as I pass the exams. And so I did. I finished my high school, went to pre-med university. Well, when I was applying actually for university course, I only applied for 2 courses. First, my first choice was computer science, because that was the era where computer science is the peak or the popular choice for us. And the second choice was pre-med biology. And I did not get accepted in the computer science, thank God.
Thank goodness for us, Vanessa.
And I got accepted in the pre-med course. And what was remarkable, I got accepted in a 3 years pre-med course. It was a trimester. It was a unique university, where it's the only university in the Philippines that offers a trimester course.
Wow.
So I was grateful and lucky. And now looking back, I finished it in 3 years, despite the hard subjects that I had. I have to study biology, zoology, botany, chemistry, physics, psychology, which I don't need, but I actually enjoyed memorizing scientific names. And so I finished the 3-year course. And when you do finish the 3-year course, you go straight to the medical course. So I did that for 4 years, and again, lots of struggles, and I thought I'm not going to finish. But again, through prayers and support of my family, my classmates, my besties in med school and in university, we were friends from university until med school until today. I'm so grateful that I finished it despite the challenges. And yes, I wanted to be a doctor because my mom wanted me to be a doctor, but I realized already that I'm destined to be a doctor. And going through after my medical course, I was aiming to be a surgeon. And so I fell in love with surgery during my internship. And I was trying to get a surgical training job. I got 3 months of surgical training. And maybe in my second, third month, I was feeling lost, because I said I wanted to be a breast surgeon, but it feels like I'm not enjoying. Well, yeah. I love it. I was enjoying, but not enjoying, if you like, because it was really hard. I have to be on call every 3 days straight, 36 hours. And then I have to report to work again the next day. So it was crazy. And I said to myself, I don't think I'd like to do this forever.
Yeah, that's intense. And I think it's so beautiful to hear your story, because a lot of people don't realize how much study goes into becoming a medical practitioner, to become a doctor. And as you say, 3 years of pre-med, which was quick.
It was quick
compared to some universities, and then another 4 years. So we're talking 7 years. And for some people, it's 8, 9, sometimes 10 years to finish.
So, and so I realized, okay, this doesn't feel like it's working. So I did not finish. After the 3 months, I stopped, and then I felt lost. I felt depressed, if you like. And I was blessed to have one of my besties from a private hospital rang me and told me that there is an opening in radiology training position. They're looking for one, and if I'm interested, have a go. And I said to her, radiology is not even in my bucket list. It's not even in my top 10 list. Why do I want to do radiology? And so after self-reflection and, wallowing through my depression, if you like, or being lost, I said, okay, might as well have a go. I have nothing to lose because I have nothing to do. So I did it, and after a week of that, oops, I have a visitor here.
And you know what? Don't worry. For me, I feel like this is life. This is life. And, this podcast is all about women, and our lives are, this is what our lives are like.
So I fell in love with radiology, and I enjoyed the 4 years of my radiology. And what attracted me in radiology was the interventional side of radiology. So all throughout my radiology training, I was doing most of the intervention. And so that inspired me for the 4 years of my radiology training to go overseas and train subspecialized in interventional radiology. So after finishing my radiology training, I applied all over the world to do interventional radiology fellowship, and I got accepted here in Perth, and that started my overseas migrant journey. So I'm actually celebrating my 18 years of being a medical doctor, migrant medical doctor here in Western Australia.
Yay!
How cool is that? I arrived January 2005, and my plan was, after 1 year, I'll go back to my training hospital and be the first female interventional radiologist of the Philippines. But that's not God's plan. My destiny was to stay here. So January started my training, met my husband in March, also Filipino, and we got engaged in June. We got married civilly in November. And so I did not went back to the Philippines, and I have no choice but to stay and to have the challenging journey of being a migrant doctor. Being a migrant doctor here, especially if you're specialized already, it's hard to get into the program and also get offered a job and training positions, because their priorities or the budget is only for local trainees or Commonwealth countries. So it took me maybe 2 to 3 years to find a job, training position. And then when I got the training position, I got it was a pediatric fellowship, 6-month pediatric fellowship, and during that training, I got an offer to do breast imaging, and I did not even know that fellowship existed. I have no idea.
Wow.
And then after during my 1 year of fellowship training at Sir Charles Gardner Hospital, one of the medical director of breast screen offered me another 1 year fellowship breast imaging at Royal Perth Hospital. And I said initially, why do I want to do another 1 year of breast imaging fellowship? I was already tired and feeling burned out. I don't want to do it all over again.
Yeah.
And so a light bulb moment set in, and I said to myself, hang on, you need a job, Vanessa. You need to see the exam. And for you to see the exam, you need to be in a training program. And so I said yes. And I was so grateful that I said yes, because I didn't know that I wasn't peaking in my learning curve anymore. So when I transferred to the new hospital, my learning curve went up. And that really propelled me in, with my studying in my preparation for the college exam, radiology college exam. So overall, I did actually, from 2005, I qualified in 2011. That was a very long journey for me.
Wow.
So basically, I did extra training in radiology to be a qualified radiologist here in Australia.
And that's, you know, I mean...
Hello, Sandy here from the Good Girl Confessional podcast. The Good Girl Confessional podcast is proudly brought to us by WB40, a platform for women 40, 50, 60 and beyond. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to see the rest of the video, please head over to WB40.com and subscribe to WB40 Extra. By subscribing to WB40 Extra, you're helping to support the hard-won wisdom of incredible women. So thank you. Please remember to like, share and follow.